The thing is, the world is changing. The world is changing. Everything's breaking down. The whole system is breaking down. They want it to break down into their great reset. They want to have the reset that they want to have. And their money system's breaking down, their government system's breaking down. It's all breaking down. And it's going to be how we play it, what we do about it. You know, and with everything that they're doing, they want us feeling negative. They want us feeling bad. They want us worried about everything. That's why I keep saying to you, no stake in the outcome. Don't stress about all this stuff, because everything they do is they're trying to put you into fear. They want to make you feel hopeless. But I try to keep it empowering. No stake in the outcome. You've got to see what the game is. But then you've got to intend for it to go the way you want to do. You know, as I've often said to people, the true nature of prayer is to put yourself in the emotional state where the prayer has already been answered. Your whole life is a prayer. Because you're having this emotional conversation all the time. You're having this emotional conversation and the field is mirroring that back to you. If you're in a state of fear, if you're in a state of stress about income or stress about money or stress about anything, well, that's what you're putting into the field. And if you pray for something, if you pray for peace or you pray for love, what you're doing is you're carrying out a negative affirmation. You are confirming that there is no peace and there is no love. Now, if you want peace, you put yourself in the emotional state. What would you feel like if that peace was already in the world? What would you feel like if all of this stuff was breaking down around us and humanity was going to shine through and get to that golden place that we've always wanted to be? How would it feel like to be in that place? Put yourself in that emotional state and see that that's what all this is. That's what this whole breakdown of the system is. It can go the way they want it to if they can get enough people in fear to put that into the field and move us into that reality. But if enough people see this as a really positive thing and a really crucial time for humanity and a time of great opportunity where humanity actually gets to stand in their power, we can change the world. It's really that simple. A lot of people don't think it is. They'll say that's hippie, airy, fairy, new age, whatever. They don't understand. You don't understand how it works. Even the Christians don't understand how it works. I mean, they're waiting to be saved. They're waiting for Christ to come back and save them when he told them that they could do it themselves. And you look at Christ. He was an activist. He was an anarchist. And what happened to him? How did he die? He preached against the government. He was an anarchist and he spoke his doctrine and he spoke out against the system for his whole life, right up until he went into the temple and he overturned the tables of the money changers. When he did that, he was dead within a week. And when he went to trial, go read the trial in the Bible. He wouldn't play the name game. They're asking him who he was and they're saying, well, who do you say I am? Saying, well, you say you're the Son of God. And he's saying, well, is that what you say? And Pilate, people will tell you, oh, Jesus was killed by Pilate. No, he wasn't. Pilate washed his hands of the whole thing. He washed his hands of the whole thing. He said, you know, you're not playing my game. You're not here in the court. You're not playing the game. So I'm just going to throw you to the mob. And that's what they did. They threw him to the mob. And the Jewish mob basically were outraged that he didn't say he was the Son of God and do all this stuff. And so they got the police to murder him. And that's what happened, folks. Jesus was murdered by the police. Bit of a lesson there. But he said the way to heaven is through him, but not for him coming back and saving you. It's by walking that path. And how many Christians do you know walk that path? But it's changing, and it's going to change into what we want it to change into if we can get some sort of a grip on what's really going on here. Like I said, they've constructed a mirror of the old world that we had in Tartaria. A world where we had buildings that produced their own energy. And it was etheric, 0 point energy. You can produce it on the spot by simply creating a resonator and putting the right vibration through it. You get that energy. We don't do that. We do all this turbine stuff and burn these fuels and all of this stuff to create this magnetic form of electricity. And according to tribal cultures, according to ancient cultures, that's a demon. The type of electricity we create is a demon. And when you look at the legends of the scrying mirrors and you look into the scrying mirrors to see the future and the past and everything is answered for you, well, these are the computer screens and the cell phones, the black mirrors that we look into that tell us everything we need to know, which indicates that they've either done this before Or there were people, when that reset happened, when they destroyed Tartaria and wiped that culture out, there were people that already knew their plan and put in these little things to warn us. And a lot of the people that are sitting back and letting it happen, they're sitting in fear, waiting for all this terrible stuff to happen. And fear is the worst possible emotion you could be in through all of this. I see this as a time of huge opportunity. I mean, you came here to exit this realm. I mean, this is just the exam that you're doing before you exit, just to see what you're made of. So, you know, what are you made of?